Hello, ladies. Here we are for part 2 of the Actionable Clarity Masterclass. Oh my God. Guys, I am so excited to continue today with you because yesterday we got into some things. And as you guys know, inside of my world, the active and attractive world and everything world building, we don't keep things simple here. Our mission is to get to the root cause so that we can create a world for you that's full of a life that supports you. I know you guys have a big mission. I know you have a vision that you're wanting to call forward, whether it's something for the world or even something as simple as for your family. The idea is in order for you to fulfill on those missions, we want to make sure we build a space for you and your home, your body, your relationships, and your business that match you, that meet you, and that support all of the needs that you have so that you can feel fulfilled to go out and provide more service into the world. So ladies, I'm so happy you're here. And if you're able to make this live, I would love to hear that you're here right now live. Comment live, let me know, say hello, let me know that you're here. And always, ladies, on the replay, if that's you, I would love to hear that you were able to catch this replay because I'd love to see which of you guys are actually going through this process. Now, the process that we're navigating is not a simple one. It's one that's meant to dig deep into your mind, your psyche, to ask you questions that you might not be asking yourself. And truthfully, I know for me, I love asking questions to myself, but either I'm busy, I'm running around, and I'm trying to pursue things that really require me to just slow down. So these questions, I sit down and I write out these questions for myself, but I also walk my clients through these questions as they're feeling a new season calling them. A new season, what I mean by that is that right now you're currently in your life and there's something that you know you would like to add. There's something you want to upgrade. There's something that you want to do more of. There's something that you want to do differently. That's what I mean by season. When I say that the current season you're in, it's kind of reaching the end. And I love the end of the year because one of the things one of my friends brought to my attention is that right now is the best time to prepare for the new year. We don't want to wait until January 1st to be like, oh shit, I've got to get everything in place. Like I said, I was going to start losing weight from the beginning of the year and we didn't preface, we didn't prime, we didn't prepare in the first place. So from this point all the way until January 1st, I want to use this time as a priming season for you. I want to ask you questions that get you to the bottom of exactly what it is that you want to focus on building in 2024, especially the thing that you want to build first. Once we grab the notion of what it is that you want, what it is that you want to build for your life, what it is that you want next, what's calling you, what you're craving. Once we grab what that is, we want to ask further questions to figure out how to create an urgency within your own mind so that you feel prepared and know that you are motivated to start today. Okay? So I want to talk about time before we get started, ladies. Time is one of those things that I think that we all know is there, and I also think we don't have a very good relationship with it. I know for me, I have let time pass and I look up and I'm like, oh my God, that was 3 years ago. Oh my God, that idea that I had, that goal that I've been working towards, it's been 2 months since a lot of times our relationship with time looks like one of regret. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe I let this much time pass. Now, I would hear people tell me that you want to start now. You want to create an urgency. You want to hurry up. You want to get going today. Why wait for tomorrow when you want to start today? I would hear those things and I would end up feeling a little tight. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. I would feel a little tight about it because I knew what I wanted, but I didn't fully understand that what I wanted, I did want now. The reason I was afraid of committing now, the reason I was afraid of committing today was because I wasn't sure what the commitment would look like for me. A lot of times, you might know what it is that you want. It might be something like, I want to lose 50 pounds, or I want to make $10,000 in my business a month, or I want to start finding better friendships, more people to connect with, more people to feel inspired by. I want to start a Facebook community where I'm speaking my voice and sharing my message. I want to start a podcast. I want to write a book. I want to bring my family closer together. I want to go travel more. There might be things that you know that you want, but deep down inside of your psyche, you know what you want, but there's a fear. There's a fear that if I say yes to that, what is it really going to take to lose 50 pounds? Oh God, well, I know I've got to work out. Ugh, and I don't have a good relationship with working out. I'm not doing that now. These little thoughts that are floating around in the back of our heads are the only things that are keeping us from having what we want and not having what we want. I want you to know that when you think about time, ladies, when you think about starting today, when you hear me say that today, I want you to know that the only reason I'm encouraging you to start now is not to take off running, not to stress yourself out, not to overcommit and burn yourself to the ground. I don't want that for you. When I say we want to create an urgency within you to start this journey now, it still includes that when you go, you move at a pace that feels good for you. A lot of you guys don't realize that you made a commitment 5 years ago to building a business or to losing weight or to starting to get healthy. You don't realize that you made a commitment quite some time ago and you're still on that journey today. It feels like you stopped. It feels like you gave up. It feels like you went backwards. But the truth is you went and you're doing it. You're doing it now. Joanne made it. Hello, friend. I can see comments. I'm not quite sure if you guys are commenting yet. Sometimes my phone doesn't always show up comments in the beginning. But you don't realize you've already made a commitment to the things that you want. But it's time that's gotten in your way. I have no doubt that you're going to have what you want. Joanne, I know a few of the things that you want. I have no doubt that you're going to have the business that you want. But the thing is we have to remember that we don't want to get lost in how long it's going to take. We don't want to get lost in, if I start now, what does that mean? What we want to do is we want to recognize this is going to take however long it takes. Hey, girl. Santanja is here. Hi, girl. We want to recognize it's going to take however long it's going to take. I can't speed up your workout process. I can't speed up how long it's going to take you to run a marathon. We can find the most effective tools, but at the end of the day, sometimes even the fastest path is miserable. And I don't want to create misery in your life. I don't believe you deserve that. I believe you deserve to have everything you want and feel so good on getting there. You deserve to feel good. I deserve to feel good. We deserve to feel good. And this is a big mantra for being a healthy feminine leader. Is that when you're leading, marching towards what it is that you want, you have to feel good in the process. Why would you want $1 million if you cry into your money every single night? Why would you want to finally be married and have somebody that you can sleep in bed with, but you hate the way that you feel when you're around them? Why have what it is that you think you want when the process that it takes to get there causes pain for you? It's not healthy. That's not healthy. We don't stand for that. So with that in mind, I want you to throw out your relationship with time. And when you hear me say now, we want to create an urgency now. It's not to speed you up and rush you. It's to say that today is the day that I'm going to make a declaration, a commitment to what it is that I want. I'm going to announce it. And I'm going to let the process unfold, because in the process is where I'm going to find myself. And when I find myself, I'm going to feel the best version of myself. This is what we want in our leadership as we build the world. So Marilyn is here. Yashawn's here. Oh my God, ladies. Okay. You guys know how excited I get when y'all show up. So I'm just saying hello. Hi guys. Hello. Hello. Let me know that you're here. I'm going to double check. I see your comments are here now, thankfully, which I'm really grateful that you guys were able to make it live. I want to triple check and make sure there weren't any other comments, so we were good. So I'm here talking with you ladies now. So happy you're here today. So some of you guys, I don't know if you got to see our live yesterday, but this is part 2 of a masterclass, a workshopping masterclass. What I mean by masterclass or a workshop is that we're actually doing some work here. We're working together to find some answers for you. And I want to speak this before I start, because a lot of times we will show up to lives or we'll hear someone speaking or teaching, and sometimes we want to sit back and just listen to what they're saying. If this is the space that you're in, I highly encourage you to just sit back and listen, because there's going to be gold that just shows up. You guys bring gold out of me, and I would like to bring the wisdom that I've discovered along my journey. But in the workshop, I want to just make sure I'm clear that a workshop is designed to actually have you do some work. This means I'm going to ask you questions. I'm going to ask you some deep questions. I don't go superficial. I go deep. Marilyn knows that. I go deep. And the point is to get to the bottom of certain things so that we can actually have tangible things to do for you. Okay? So there's a lot of teaching, a lot of coaching, a lot of inspiration, a lot of hoorah in the world. I love also doing that myself. I love listening to that myself. But sometimes we want to be in a very magnetic, excitable place, and other times we want to actually sit down and ask ourselves questions. So this won't be so much of a live where if you're not participating, you will get a lot out of, because I'm not going to be just riffing. I'm not just be going off with random things that are really interesting and really powerful. Most of this live is going to be me asking you questions in the hopes that you answer these questions truthfully for yourself, so that we can have something to actually work with moving forward. So yesterday, you asked the best questions. Oh, Marilyn, I love you. Thank you. Deep is where the treasures are. Oh my God. We're gonna have to make a shirt for you, Santanja. I love that. Deep is where the treasures are. I'm after your treasures. Because why would we walk around this earth not sharing our treasures? Come on. You have gifts inside of you. You have a path inside of you. You have a calling inside of you. You have deep desires. You have things that you want. And yesterday we talked about what the things that you want are not selfish. They've been placed in your heart to give you a roadmap to where it is that you're meant to focus and where it is that you're meant to go, no matter what things show up along your path. So we want to get access to what you want. And when you hear me ask, what do you want? I'm asking you, what do you want to build? Where do you want to go? Where is your heart pulling you in this season? What matters to you right now? A lot of times we are scared to answer that question, and that's okay. If a fear comes up for you, again, I want you to know that's safe. But just know that when you can claim verbally, when you can say, Sammy, this is what I want. This is where I'm going. This is what matters to me right now. When you can tell me that, I know you're in a place to take action relentlessly. And when you fall, when you crumble, when you're not sure, you still, both of us can still verbalize and say, this is what you said you want. Let's go get it. Stand up, shake it off. Let's keep going. So ladies, the power of statement, the power of declaration, the power of knowing what it is that you want is so important. And so far in the Actionable Clarity Masterclass, what we've done is we've done part 1, which is to get clear on what you want. What is it that you want? What do you want for 2024? What do you want in your world? What type of support do you need? What are you wanting to build? When you know what you want, now we've got something. And now in part 2, I'm going to ask you guys a list of questions so that we can create some motivation around why is now the time to start pursuing what it is that you want. Okay? All right, ladies. So if you're with me, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know that you're ready. Okay? If you missed yesterday, it is okay. I want to spend a little time catching up from those of you guys who were there yesterday and asking those of you who are new today about what did you notice about what it is that you want? Does anybody here, is anybody said, ready? All right, Tanya's ready. I would love to hear, ladies, when you hear me ask you, what do you want in your world, in a place that supports you? What are some things in your life that you want, that you know if you had it, it would bring value in a way that supports you? Let me know. Yesterday, we talked about the 4 quadrants. There are things in your home that you want. There are things in your body that you want. There are things in your relationships that you want. There are things in your business that you want. From the frame of what can we build in your life together, it's going to support you, make you feel supported, make you feel alive, make you feel ready, more eager to pursue the visions you have for the world. What are some things that you want? That's all right, Marilyn. I'd love for you to go back. But if you can answer just even one thing, something you want for yourself, something that you want for your body, something you want for your home. If you ladies can announce down in the comments, what are some of the things you discovered yesterday that you know you want? Ooh, more self-awareness. Oh, Tanya, I love that. More self-awareness. Why? Why? I'm going to ask you a little bit layer deeper. For those of you guys who weren't here yesterday, we talked about when you say you want something, it's not a selfish thing. Deep down inside, you know that if you had a certain thing, there would be a value added to your life that would supply you and allow you to be able to do more. What people don't realize is that when we ask for more money, it's not that we just want money to be able to lick and put on our face. I mean, maybe somebody out there wants that. I don't know who that is. But typically when we say, I want more money, what we're saying is, I want more experiences with my children. When money comes into my life, the reason I'm saying I want more money is because when I have it, then I can go to Disneyland and have a dream vacation with my children. When we say, I want the love of my life, I want a partner, I want somebody to have and to hold, it's not just that we want that physical person, although that's nice. What we're really saying is that I want a companion, someone to share my dreams with, someone to travel with, to go see the world with and create memories. The value of that would be, I can share my life with someone, and that would make me feel so safe and supported and loved. As women, ladies, when we really know what it is that we want, what we're really saying is that we know what's going to make us feel supported. And when you hear me talk about health, health is our ability to feel like we can stay in alignment with what we want. So when you ask for what you want, they say ask and it is given. When you ask for what you want, whether it's to the universe, to God, or to people in your life, when you ask yourself, what do I want? You're asking for more than the first thing that comes out of your mouth. There's value on the other side of what you want. And so I want to make sure I encourage you to explore what it is that you want. Tanya says, I only trust me, and that's not fair to those I want to trust me. I only trust me, and that's not fair to those I want to trust me. If I only trust me, tell me if this is what you mean, Tanya. If I only trust me, I don't trust other people to do things for me. I don't trust other people to do it as good as me. I don't trust other people to support me. Therefore, I can't have deep connection with them. And that keeps them blocked from me because they want to support me, because they love me too. Facts. Yeah. Tough. It's deep. But we go there here, right? So would love to hear, ladies, down in the comments, what is it that you want? What is it that you want? Yesterday I said some of the people got very quiet. We were very active at the beginning of the live, and we got very quiet towards the end when I asked this question, because I shared my story. I didn't know what I wanted for decades. I was very good at knowing what other people wanted. I'm a recovering people pleaser, very empathic. I know other people and what they want, and I'm ready to help. I didn't know what I wanted. So I couldn't same way, Tanya, I couldn't let other people love me, because what other people wanted was actually to get to know me and what I wanted. It was a very, very scary journey to go on. Marilyn says the first thing that comes to mind is more peace, to bring a peaceful atmosphere everywhere you go. Marilyn, you're going to love what we're going to talk about next month, because next month is going to be about our atmosphere, the thing that we bring into every room, our presence. And so in your search for more peace is to bring peace. Friend, that's good. That's good. So Marilyn, in her body, I'd put that in the body quadrant. I want to bring more peace. I want to bring a peaceful atmosphere to anybody that I talk to, any room that I walk into, any place that I go. I want to be walking peace. I'd put that in your body quadrant because that's you. You want to be that. You want to stand in that. You want to own that. That's beautiful. Santanja, I would say the same thing for you. More self-awareness. I want to build more self-awareness for me. I want to build it for me. I want to be a more self-aware woman. That's the type of body I want to be on this earth. That's the person I want to walk around as. So these things are, I would put you guys in the body quadrant for what it is that you want, just so you can kind of see where it fits in those quadrants. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's some lives out there right now that I've explained this, and you're going to really love it. Tired of people pleasing. Hashtag same. So my intention is that by the end of this time next year, Marilyn can say, ladies, not only did I find more peace, but I learned what it looks like to walk in peace. And because I chose to walk in peace, the value that I added to my life is I got to see more peace on the earth. I got to see my children experience more peace because I carried it first. And I got to see my relationship feel more peaceful because I carried it first. And I got to see the people around me interact with me who were very stressed and did not carry peace shift their energy because I carried peace first. I learned how to carry peace. I'm a master at carrying peace, and now I'm ready for more. That's what I want to see this time next year. It's an exploration. It's going to take time. That's why we don't want to have a bad relationship with it. We don't know how long it's going to take, Marilyn, but we're going to get you there. Tanya, same thing with self-awareness. I was so self-aware. It took me a while to discover myself, but I learned who I am and what I want. I learned how I want to be treated, so I was able to communicate that to others. And my self-awareness helped other people see me, which allowed them to become more aware of me. And now I live in a world where the people and my environments are supportive of me, and I'm able to be more supportive of them as a result. That's what I want to see this time next year for you. Joanne says, I want to share my love of sound, meditation, breath work with more people. That would make me so happy to have people regulate their nervous systems and not feel like that they have to be surviving but thriving. Joanne, your gift is sound. Your gift is sound. It's your passion. So I would put that in the business quadrant for you. I want to share my love of the sound. I just want to share that. And the reason I want to focus on this is because the value it would bring to me is that I know that when I'm in my gift, I feel alive. I feel like I'm floating. I feel like I'm playing. I feel like I have so much more energy to give. And when I get to see other people, connect into that gift of sound. I see how it elevates them, and I get to witness more people thriving and not surviving. That makes me feel safer in the world, and it also helps me know that more people are also able to share their gifts because they're no longer in the state of survival. That's so good. That's so good. And ladies, I want you to notice we haven't fully gotten here yet. But when I talk about world building, ladies, when you build these aspects of your world, you make yourself more potent to walk out in the world. We're not going out into the world to fix it. We're going out into the world by influencing it. When you influence it with the gifts that you have within you, you don't have to really do much. You're gonna have to show up. We need you, but you don't have to do as much as you used to. It is that state of thriving that Joanne's talking about. And so, ladies, these are beautiful. These are beautiful, and my hope is that you're able to see how when you want something, it's not selfish. There's another layer that's deeper to your wanting, and I want you to trust that what you want is so much bigger than you. It's so much bigger than you. Okay, so ladies, I'm gonna ask you guys to get a little active in the comments. Okay, I'm gonna ask that you get active in the comments. Now, if you have time for this right now, just stay with me as long as we can. I'm gonna try to keep this to an hour, okay? But these questions are gonna be quick. I'd love for you to respond with your best answer. Don't respond quick to reduce the quality of your answer, but let's see if we can get these answers out. And also remember that I'm going to be asking some deeper personal questions that I would like for you to explore. If you don't want to share it, you don't have to, but I highly encourage you letting this space be a place that you make a declaration for who you are, what you want, and where it is that you're going next. Influence, not work for it. So good. Marilyn, it gets to be easier for us. There's a reason my adrenals do not have a good hormonal profile, because I did not understand this. I was efforting more than I was influencing. So I want us to carry that so we can feel peaceful everywhere we go. All right, ladies. So these are practical questions, but I want you to think about these. You've stated what it is that you want. You've determined what it is that you want. And now you have the value that if you let yourself have this thing, if you let yourself have it, you will be different. We're not walking into the future the same. We want to walk into the future different. Okay, this is how we influence change. Now, I want to ask you, right now, we're going into current state, where you are today, right now, what are you currently doing to try to pursue this goal? What are you currently doing? What is your best effort that you've been giving this right now? Okay, be truthful, and the answer doesn't have to be pretty. It's not supposed to be pretty. I'm asking today, what have you been doing so far to try to create this for yourself? And how is it working for you? What have you been doing to try to create this for you? And how is it working for you? I'm gonna ask those real questions. Your answer is allowed to be, I just thought of this now, Sammy. I have not started yet. Anything you say is good. I want you to use this as an opportunity to not have everything together. You're not supposed to. If you do have it together, I want you to speak confidently and tell us what you have been doing. If you've been trying and you've been really working at this, speak boldly about what you've done. Give yourself your credit. You deserve it. Santanja says, researching YouTube University. We love YouTube. Oh my God, when do you graduate? The answer is never, right? No, researching YouTube University. Perfect. Okay. And I want to hear, Santanja, how is it working for you? Meaning, like, what's working? Is it working? Is it opening your mind? Is it making you just more aware? Has it inspired any actions from you? Like, what's been working in your research to become more self-aware? What's been working? Doing more inner work on myself. Perfect. So YouTube University and doing research has started to open up the floodgates for you when it comes to self-awareness, which is so good. And it's even producing action for you, doing more inner work on myself. I love that. Now, ladies, my second question to ask you is how long? How long have you guys been doing this? Whatever your answer has been of what's been working, what have you been doing and what's been working? How long have you been doing this? How much time? We've been talking about time. What's been working? How long? Since 2020, and it's been a roller coaster. Well, sorry to admit, friend, the self-awareness journey sounds like you're on the right ride. Since 2020. Okay, that's good. That's really awesome. All right. So as you guys are answering, I'm going to just keep going. If you're typing, maybe you're typing a longer message, you can just toss this question at the end. Marilyn says, my kids have told me that I'm too stressed and some days some days, so I'm trying to be more self-aware when I start feeling that way. But I just I take a deep breath and just rethink why. I also listen to music and that helps me relax. I love that. How long, Marilyn, have you been kind of navigating your awareness of this? Like sometimes, maybe for a long time we've been hearing this, but there's like a moment where it's like, I really want to change this. I really want to shift this. I'd love to know, how long have you been actively aware, whether it's worked or not worked? How long have you actively been pursuing trying to shift this. And I want to ask you, ladies, with what you're doing, with what you've been doing, are you happy with the results that you've been getting so far? Are you happy with the results? Like, Santanja, if you've been doing YouTube University and since 2020 and it's been a roller coaster, are you happy with the results? I want to say results, meaning, are you more self-aware and you're happy with it and you're excited to keep going? Or is it more like I'm happy with it, or I've been working at this since 2020, but I'm not quite happy with the results. Like, I want to feel it more. So far, okay, wonderful. Joanne says connecting with people, conducting sessions for a couple of months now. I love that. Okay, so you've been connecting with people, conducting sessions. Yes, okay, wonderful, wonderful. I love how new this is for you, Joanne, because your gift feels like you've had this for decades. You know what I mean? Like, it feels old and ancient in you. It's like a wise child. Like, you sure it's only been a few months? Maybe a year. Okay, so Marilyn, you've been aware of this for a year. It's been kind of nagging at you a little bit for a year. I'm happy and in it for the long road. I love that, the long haul. That's so good. Okay, so right now what you guys have shared is where you are, what you've been attempting to tackle this thing, right? And then how long you've been at this and how happy you are with the results. All right. So my next question is, what do you think the impact would be? Now, keep in mind, my intention here in doing this is specifically to try to create, I'm trying to create images in your mind. Remember, we're creating motivation for you. So I want to ask you, what would the impact be if you were able to change this? What would the impact be? So if you got self-awareness, if you got peace, if you were able to create your sound bath and spread that to everybody, what would the impact for you be? What would change? What would be so different? Like, oh my God, what would it be? This is the part where I don't believe a lot of us connect. We just kind of say, oh, I feel like that sounds cool. Kind of like shiny object syndrome, like, oh. But the reason we fall off is we don't really anchor into like that real true impact. We could probably tell somebody if they asked us, but won't really feel it. Think about it, dream it. What would be the impact? Now, the other part of this, guys, is if you feel like there's a little bit of a stretch to try to imagine that picture, like what it's like, oh, I would just feel better. If you feel like that, that's okay. I just want to comment that a lot of us haven't been given the permission in our life to really choose what we want. And so the muscle of visioning, the muscle of like imagining, believing, trusting, that muscle can feel a little weak. So if this feels like my gears trying to, I guess I would just be happy. Like if it feels like that for you, which was me when I first started, I just want you to know this is a muscle that we're stretching. And so I really, really value your willingness to walk through this. If that's you, to become the woman I have always needed will make me forgive who I was. That's amazing. That's amazing. To become the woman I've always needed will make me forgive who I was. Even on the other side of that, Tanya, there's something else. Like the moment you forgive yourself, like what's out there? What's out there for you? Marilyn said you would truly live, not just work, but have true pleasure in doing life. Yes. Oh, Georgette's here. Hello. Oh my God. I just saw your bubble on a live somewhere recently. And I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen her in so long. And here you are. Hi. Oh my God. I'm so happy to see you. Hello. We're in the middle of a masterclass workshop. I'd love for you to stick around if you have the time. Marilyn says you would truly live, not just work, but have true pleasure in doing life. So if you reached a place of peace where everywhere you walked around and you could bring peace to every room that you're in, you would be able to fully experience the pleasure in life, right? That's beautiful. That's a big impact. That's huge. Here you are. It's amazing. Tanya says, I'm working on forgiveness on me. Yes, 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 yes. I love this, ladies. Okay. So impact is important because impact calls you. Impact moves you. When you know why and where you're going, life is going to happen, okay? Life is going to get in your way. But when you think from the frame of a world builder, you're building your life one brick at a time, one step at a time, one action at a time. When you think of it from this frame, you want to know your North Star and the ins and outs of why you're even on this mission. If you guys really get to know me well, you'll know that I love movies. I love movies. And I think about The Lord of the Rings, the movie The Lord of the Rings, where, I mean, if these people went through some stuff, three-hour movies. Yeah, that's how much stuff and beyond. So the point of that is that you encounter, life's going to happen. We're not trying to not get life to happen when you're pursuing your goals and your weight. When you're pursuing goals in your body, in your relationships, in your business. Life's going to happen, period. But as a world builder, we want to keep focused on what we're doing and why we're doing it. And so this impact is why you're doing it. It's going to impact you. We need to only pursue things that are going to impact you. If you find that you're doing things that do not impact you, the question is, why are you doing it? We want to do things that are worthy of your time, worthy of your energy and your precious resources. And so in defining this, which I see that you guys have, I want to just emphasize that this is a very, very important question. Creating a safe space for others in turn creates a safe space for me, as we all are mirrors for each other. Joanne, I love it. Now, I love this, the way you said that, because you turned it. Most people will say, well, I want this for them because they're going to have a safe space. But you included you, and that is the ultimate train for consistent motivation. I don't care what we say. I've tried to say this my entire life, and I just gave up. I realized that I cannot pursue things if I'm not included. I wear out. I give to everyone else's needs. And that's exciting, except on days when I need. So I'm so happy, Joanne, you were able to define you inside of your impact, because you see that you helping others also helps you, and that it's a give and take relationship. It's not one way. We're done with one ways. Yashawn said, I'm here. Hands are tied with hair. Clients writing for me. I love it. Hi, client. That just made my day, Sean. Oh my God. All right. So the beauty here is that now we know what you've been doing, how long you've been doing it, and where you're at with your happiness with it. We've also just talked about the impact that if you pursue this with your heart, if you pursue this with your effort and life still happens, you know and are committed to the impact that it's going to make for you, which makes you better to then give out and pursue the world. So my next question is, up until now, what do you believe has stopped you from having this so far? What do you believe has stopped you from having this want, this dream, this desire? What has stopped you in the past? What has stopped you? This is the part where we're exploring the thing that's gotten in your way. It's the only reason, it's the only thing that's keeping you from what it is that you want and having it now. So I would love to hear what has gotten in your way, and why don't you believe that you have this right now? This is probably going to be one of the most vulnerable questions I could ask you, because this is where I'm saying, hey, what have you been, what's keeping you? Myself. Marilyn said it. It's you. Other people are contributors to why you don't have what you want, but it's a huge aspect that I would argue 85%, it's ourselves. Santanja says being in survival mode for too long. Look at that, that's beautiful. What if we were all just in survival mode and that was allowed, but then we stay there too long? Now we have to ask ourselves, wait, who's keeping me here? That's something I've had to ask myself many, many, many times. Marilyn says, myself, I just like to overthink. It's kind of like my thing. All right, overthinking. I resonate with that one a lot. I'm gonna make sure if anyone else wants to chime in. What do you believe has stopped you? Because the truth is you ladies committed to these things, these struggles, these blocks, these whatever you want to call them, you've committed to them because at some point in your life, they worked and they got you a result that you were fighting for. For me, overthinking made me make sure that I was confident in whatever it is that I was committing to. But it also burned me out. And unfortunately, I regret to say that my first thought was actually the right answer. I didn't need all the extra thinking. Overthinking kept me from leaping in my life when I really should have just gone, pursued, done things. Overthinking made me play out scenarios that were much easier solved in one conversation. Overthinking is a very hard thing to set down, but it was something that we picked up when we were younger that allowed us to really get a result that we were looking for in a moment. Survival mode is the same thing. It's not your fault. It's not a bad thing that these are the things that have gotten in our way. But when we're looking at the future, when we're looking at 2024, when we're looking at the world that you're wanting to build, we want to just be honest with ourselves and say, yeah, this is the thing that I've allowed to stop me, and I'm ready to set it down. Okay? All right. Now, next question. We've got just a couple more. Hold on, let me make sure. I want to honor our time. Okay. How important is it to you to overcome being in survival mode? How important? Like, how important is it for you to stop overthinking? How important is this? Is this like, it'd be like a 3 for me. Like, it'd be good to stop, I guess, but no, I'm still justified. Like, how important is it for you to overcome being in survival mode, overthinking, not feeling like enough, delaying the business idea, being afraid? How important is it for you to overcome this so that you can move in to self-awareness, peace, and spreading the gift of sound? How important is it to you right now? Tanya says, my life depends on it. I passed it down to my children, and I need them to see me differently. Ladies, what I want you to notice is that this one block, this one thing, is the thing that's keeping you from what you want. It's this. It's survival mode. It's overthinking. It's one thing. One thing. The reason I want to emphasize the fact that it's one thing is because a lot of times we notice that we want something and we notice we don't have it, and then we start chasing all these different answers and we start zigzagging in our pursuit for greatness. But if Santan just stepped into thriving instead of surviving, all of the rest of the things around her would dissolve and she would find herself standing in self-awareness. Marilyn, if you focused and really dialed your attention in on, am I overthinking right now? God. Whoo, what can I do to get out of this? How can I get out of overthinking? What can I do instead? If you put your intention, your heart, your time, your investment into just this one thing, you're going to be in such a stronger place to build what it is that you want, which is to be a person and a woman of peace. We already know the result of what happens if you find peace. We already know what's going to happen if Joanne decides to really do her business, which I know she is. We already know what's going to happen. We don't have to imagine anymore what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen. But what we want now is we want to make sure we remember that we don't lose focus. Our motivation is on removing survival, removing overthinking. And Joanne says, very important, because the more I hold this back, that means other people are affected in not being able to live their lives to the fullest. Joanne, your filter is, am I bringing sound to the world? If the opportunities or the people or the thoughts that come up for you are keeping you from doing that, now you know whether it's a yes or a no for you. Ladies, dialing in right here is how we find our motivation. This is where we get that sense of urgency, which is like, oh God, well, I'm gonna try to, Marilyn, I keep using you because I resonate with that one the most. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna overthink one more time today. One more time, this is a specific situation. This one's really big. Like, when we find ourselves in a place of, oh, I'm doing that thing again, we have to find a way to dissolve it. Now, I didn't ask you how many calories you want to count through the holidays. I didn't ask you simple questions like that. We're talking about the space of the heart. We're talking about spirit, your spirit right now, your true, honest purpose. These things that you ladies were bold enough to write out here, it's not going to feel easy. The steps are easy, but the feeling's not going to be. But what I want you to take away from this the most is that when you focus here, this is the one block that's got in your way to having what it is that you want. If you can dial your energy into this one place, you're going to see more space unfold for you. And when you have more space, you're going to find more support. And when you have more support, you're going to be able to show up the way you're meant to show up. Let me ask you guys one final question. If you were to bring this feeling of overthinking, survival mode, and not getting your business out there, if you were to bring all of that down into one action, one thing that you could do every day, one thing that you could do that you know, I do this and it is me overthinking, or I do this and it's because I'm in survival mode, or I do this because I'm afraid to share. I do this, and if I stop doing this, I will be one step closer to being away from the thing that's been keeping me stuck. I want to see if you guys can define from an action standpoint. Because what we said is actions build worlds. And there may be multiple actions. You might have a lot of things that you could do. I'm asking for one. I want you to speak from the place of one, because we're doing one brick at a time. I don't expect you to do it all today. If you were to do one thing from now until the end of the year, what do you think that would be? What do you think that would be? Santanja says, stop worrying about things that are out of my control. Santanja, that is absolutely it. Now, to bring this down to something more quantifiable, I want to say not reasonable, because what you're asking is reasonable. Letting go of control. I want you ladies to, same thing with you, Marilyn, letting go of control. I want you to ask yourself, when do I try to take control? Like actual moments in time. Is it like when my daughter calls me, I notice that she gets frustrated or says that I'm stressed out when I ask her this question. I need to stop asking her that one question. And the action of not asking is the representation of you letting go of control. What's one thing? This is where we're going into your actual life and looking out from your eyes. What's one thing that you know you're always worrying about, that you know you could stop worrying about it today and focus on the one thing rather than all things that worry you? Because I know there's a lot of things that have worried me. See if we can get even more specific. I want you guys to walk away from here with one practical thing so you can see the ripple effect of the work that you guys have just done over this hour. I promise you this will work. I promise you this is going to work. One specific thing. Jamie is here. Hi, Jamie. We're wrapping up here. We're in the depths of the questions right now. So I'm excited that you showed up. Hi. Oh, I love you. Oh my God. Hi. We're in the depths of questions right now. Santanja says self-love sometimes can make me feel guilty as I'm being selfish. Exactly. So what's one thing? Let me see if I can find another way to ask the question. Self-love sometimes makes me feel guilty as I'm being selfish. And this is something that I want to explore with you as we find the action that's going to allow you to practice letting go of self-control. That's what we're looking for, is what's one action that we can practice over the next 6 weeks, that you could practice over the next 6 weeks, where you're going to have to practice not feeling guilty. It's around letting go of self-control, or letting go of control. Stop worrying about things that are out of my control. What's one thing? Meditation. So, Santanja, if what you want to do is meditate, I want to ask you what that looks like, because that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. There's a lot of letting go and not worrying about things in a meditation session. I'd love to encourage that in you, and I'd love to hear about your journey in doing that. So let's talk about what that would look like. Do you imagine yourself meditating every day? Is this once a week? What would be really powerful for you? Joanne says, mine is doubt. Can I bring enough? So my action is moving with confidence that my voice needs to be heard. Yes. So Joanne, let's find one specific thing where you can practice this every day. Where can you show up more with your voice? Is it talking to people in the grocery store and handing them your business card? Is it showing up on social media and putting your face on social media and talking about, where do you know, and there's a place that you are like, if I did that, that seems scary, but I'm ready. Making time no matter how busy I get daily, all right? We found it. Santanja, daily. Daily meditation is going to be your practice of not worrying about things that are out of your control. Meditation is a great space to let go of control. And if you don't know how to meditate, we can talk about it inside of the group. We can find different methods and we can go back and forth there. But meditation is a fantastic place to let go of control. That's amazing. I'm so happy for you at this. I'll do something out of love, but feels like I'm taking over. Yes. Okay. So Marilyn, what's one instance in your life that you've noticed that you do this, and something that happens regularly that you're like, oh, if I could just stop that. If I stop doing that, that's going to be me letting go of control. And I know exactly what you mean. It's the plague of motherhood. You do something out of love and then it feels like we're taking over. It's just like a thing. What's something that you do that you notice it's taking over, and maybe if you stop doing it for the next 6 weeks, you get to see, okay, I've gotta learn that they trust that they love me, or they know that I get to trust that they know I love them. And I'm gonna find another way to show love. What's something that you do that your kids say, you're taking over? So does that come down to not trusting? Yes, I would say it does. I would definitely say it does. It's hard. It's hard because you know how you show love, and you can trust that. You trust that when I do this, this is me loving you. But unfortunately, and this is the complex of people, is that everyone receives love differently. There's a different plague, especially with the mother-child relationship, where we really want to show love in a specific way, but the way it's received is different. So trusting them that their answer is right, scary, because you know your answer showing love is right. So if you were to pull back on what they're saying, actually listen to them and say, but I want to love you. This is all right. I'll trust you. Pulling back on that. What do you feel that you do to show love that they say feels like it's taking over? And could you see what happens? Just see what happens if you stop doing that. This is a big ask. It's a very big ask. Joanne, I'd love to hear your answer, friend. What do you think is a way that you can share your voice? Calling you ladies to big things right now. This is not comfortable and it's not easy. What do you ladies have? Miriam made it. Miriam, we're at the tail end, my friend. We're at the tail end, girlfriend, but we got big old live for you to watch after we're done. So I'm about to work on motivational speaking. Ooh. So I'm going to say that belongs in your 2024 vision. 2024, Tanya, is the year where your motivational speaking is going to come out. And what we know is that in order for you to be a motivational speaker, based on what you want to become self-aware. That's going to help you feel supported to share yourself and bring yourself further into the world. So in order for us to get you to a place of self-awareness, we want to take the step back and notice, where are you struggling? What are the areas that you were struggling in? It was in a place of not letting go of control. So we want to figure out for you, what is the thing that's going to help you practice not worrying about being in control? You said meditation. So we worked backwards to get you to a place that your pathway to motivational speaking is meditation. And I hate to say it, ladies, but it gets to be that simple. Most of us want a complex something but if you practice meditation, if you really lean into that and let that be a place, a training ground, a place where you talk with your spirit, talk with silence, talk with yourself. Let silence be a presence in your life so that you can fully feel what is it like to let go of self-control and realize, wait, I'm still okay. That's the okay. That's the I'm okay. That's the self-awareness of I'm okay. That everyone needs to be the motivational speaker I know you're designed to be. This is how we build our world, ladies, in order to support ourselves so that then we can build the world. It's going to be a very beautiful process to watch you unfold with Tanya. I'm so excited. I'm so sorry I had the notifications I could go on. I will make sure to watch it after no, that's okay. I'm so happy. I'm happy you're here. I'm happy we still got to chat. Okay. Ask questions and Marilyn, I don't think you understand how big it is what you just said there. If more people listened in this world, it would be a completely different place. It would be a completely different place. And I know a lot of people with a lot of mama rubs, even if they're close with their moms, who wish their parents would just ask. There's a interesting dynamic with relationships where most of us want to feel autonomous in our relationships. We want to feel strong. We want to feel like ourselves. There's an ego in there. Is it right or wrong? I don't know, but it's there. When people stop to ask us questions, it's them saying, hey, I want to know you where you're at today. When people tell us what they think that we're thinking, it doesn't feel as good. And so I just want to encourage what's come out of you today, because I really feel like there's going to be something powerful for you there. And I got chills all the way up my arms. When I think of someone in peace, they're curious. Curiosity is a question. When we're in peace, we don't need to know. We did let go of control, which is what you said your struggle was. So rather than giving advice, which is so hard to do when you actually know the answer, you ask. And it encourages people to figure it out on their own. That's what the entire coaching industry is supposed to be. It's people asking questions so that people come to their own conclusion for themselves so that they can feel empowered. We don't want to tell everybody what they need to know. We want to ask them questions so that they can go on the journey to discover it for themselves. It's going to stick way differently than if we told them. I'm so happy for you. And so you're going to embark on a journey. If you say, for the next 6 weeks, I'm going to try to ask my kids more questions. Are you going to nail it every time? Are you going to throw your advice out there every once in a while? Of course, this is a training ground, right? But with that in mind, I want to encourage you to see if you can notice a shift. Notice a shift in your kids and how they ask, how they receive you when you ask questions from curiosity. And what you're going to find, Marilyn, I cannot tell you enough. This is exactly what's going to happen. What you're going to find is they're going to start asking for your advice. It's the most interesting human phenomenon that we have. When you think seek understanding first, it is a completely different relational dynamic. And I think you're going to end up experiencing a lot more peace in yourself, and you're going to create a lot more peace in your relationship. And I want to let you know, you came to that whole conclusion all by yourself. I didn't tell you nothing. I just asked some questions. So I'm excited for your journey to explore. There's going to be some things that you'll find. And we have this group and the space here to go deeper. And I hope it helps. I hope that helps. Joanne says, getting on the socials and sharing my face, voice, and so Joanne, if you didn't already say it, I'd love to hear specifics. I would love to hear specifics from you, because this is perfect. Getting on socials and sharing my face, voice, and practice. What's one, because social media, there's thousands of ways you can do this. What's one the simplest, easiest version of this that's going to be different, 1 degree different than you are today? Do you imagine yourself going in your stories? Do you imagine yourself getting into reels? Do you have the time, mental, and emotional space to start creating reels? Like, what do you feel like would be one step further than where you are today that is honoring of this intention? Marilyn says, one thing is my tone and voice. Yeah, my tone of voice. So if you just lean on the fact that you're asking questions, Marilyn, typically we don't have to worry about tone of voice, because questions are just automatically curious. And curiosity is safe because you're saying, what about you? You're leaning into someone, inviting them to share themselves. So I think when you start asking more questions and you feel the back and forth and it's bouncy and it's playful, you're going to find that your tone of voice is going to feel a lot safer because you're actually building trust in your kids. You're not going to have that sharp, that edge, that, hey, well, let me just show you that I love you, but telling you this one thing, right? I have to do that with specific people. We have our nephew living with us right now, and I've got to work on the same thing. There are things that I'm watching him do, and I'm like, that's not how I would do it. But when I ask questions, he ends up telling me, and not only do I see he's way smarter than I let him give him credit for, but he also has a relationship where he can come and ask questions because I ask questions about him. So I think you're going to notice your tone of voice starts changing as you continue to ask questions. I'm really excited for you. I can't tell you how powerful I think your intention is. Miriam says, my brother told me this yesterday. Your tone dissolves your argument every time. No one hears what you say. I always say it's how you make people feel. And even if you didn't mean to make someone feel that way, if it came off that way to them, then you get to decide, do I want to keep doing this to honor me and for me to be right? Or do I want to listen to them a little bit more and see if I can meet them somewhere in the middle? It's so, yeah, safety, exactly. Tone is everything. Tone is everything. You can tell when people are thinking things behind their tone. If they have a certain tone, they're like, I love you. It's like, I don't know, you feel a little angry, bitter. I feel like this is passive aggressive. I don't know if you mean that. So yes, I agree. Tone is everything. All right, ladies. So as we're getting to the end, I hope you guys see the process that we just walked through. And what I want to encourage is that as you dial the struggle, the block, the thing that's been getting in your way into one action, I don't want to invite all the actions that you could take. I don't want to invite that. We want to go one step at a time. Because like I said in the beginning of the live, time doesn't matter. When you start with one thing, when Marilyn starts asking questions, half of the list of things that she could come up with on how to create peace is going to sort itself out. When Joanne shows her face with one Instagram story every day for the rest of the year, if she does that, she's not gonna have to write down, I need to find more confidence and no, it's gonna come in the practice and the doing. Actionable clarity is recognizing that, ladies, when you take action and you commit to something and you try it out for a set amount of time, all the lessons that you're trying to figure out will come to you in your journey of commitment. So I want to encourage you to remember that the reason you're walking this, when this gets uncomfortable, when you do your best to ask questions, when you do your best to meditate, when you do your best to try to show up consistently on social media and you don't nail it, or somebody says something or it doesn't work out or it hurts and it feels sad, you keep going. Because you remember that in your action, you have clarity for what it is that you want. You're doing this for a reason. Tanya is doing this because she's about to be a motivational speaker in 2024, and we're all going to hold her to it. She's meditating. It seems like an action that's completely separate. But she has a reason and a process and a why. And ladies, as women, when you have your why, you are a woman on fire. Not even you can stop you. And I want to encourage that you use this group and this space for support so that you keep your actions clear. Keep your actions clear. Don't let the world confuse you on why you're doing what you're doing. There will be challenges. I promise you, we've got you. We've got your support. You're building a world that's supporting yourself, and that's the most important thing you can do to create greatness in this earth. So when you have your why, you fly. Yes, ma'am. Okay. So ladies, I love you guys. Thank you so much for spending your time here in our group. Thank you so much for being here on the Masterclass. Guys, I just love the work that you're willing to do. Like I said, I don't play simple. I don't play surface. We've got to get to the bottom because health is deep. And health is an emotional journey. So when you guys are willing to be emotional, vulnerable, and uncomfortable, that means you're actually training to become the best version of yourself. So whatever it is that you are wanting to pursue, please claim it inside of the group. I'd love to see posts of declarations of you saying, this is what I'm committing to. My preference is that you say from now, November 17th to the end of the year. Okay, we're gonna have many other conversations between now and then, but I want you to keep this at the forefront of your focus and remember the reason why you're doing it. When you put your time and attention and energy into this project, you're building. This is a project. So every day you're gonna learn something new, and the parts of you that you encounter, I want you to grow from. So if you have moments, if you need have questions, if you need to talk, that's what our Facebook group is for. And we're going to further this conversation. We're going to pivot just a little bit, but we're going to continue this conversation in a completely different way. And my hope is that we're supporting and bolstering your view of you. I want you to choose yourself. I came in late and this is so good. I love you. I love you so much. I'm so happy you're here. You're so welcome, Miriam. Your amazing spirit is everything. Oh, thank you guys so much. Seriously. Like when I say I've had to work on my relational support, it's allowing people to love and support me. And that was something I had to build slowly over time. So I'm able to be here and serve my vision for us and for you because I've done some back end work on building my world to where my relationships are able to show up like this in our relationships. So we'll keep talking about it. Don't worry. I got you. So with that being said, ladies, we will talk soon, and we'll be back next Thursday for the next Facebook Live. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I can't wait to see your declarations inside of the group. All right, ladies, I love you. Talk soon.